Hey guys, I'm Mitch, one of the hosts of the show. Before we start, I just wanted to thank you all for listening and tell you something cool. In the description of the episode, there's a link to our Discord if you want to just come hang out with us. We stream there, watch movies, game together, and just hang out. You can even be a guest host on our show and suggest games for us to play and review. So don't be shy, just come hang out with us. It'll be fun. Also, there's a link to our Facebook so you can join the page and give it a like, and it helps a lot if you do. Same with giving us a 5-star review on iTunes and writing something small, even if it's just, hey guys, like that'll do. That's fine. It really does help us get to the top of the charts. Thank you all again, and let's get on with the show. Welcome to Tire Couch Podcast. I'm your host, Mitch. Today we got Mike.
Hello.
And we got Dave.
Oh.
Gone for a while, but never forgotten. We're going to talk about Boltgun today. And Dave's here because I don't know shit about Warhammer. I only play this game. What?
Could have just been me talking the whole time. That would be fun.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't know if Dave would want to do it or not. I didn't know how into Warhammer you were, but I heard you say something about miniatures. I was like, oh, he's deep. He's got to be deep in there.
Because
Dave's a
I've only
painter.
really been into Warhammer for a few months, but, whatever.
What is it?
Oh, you paint pretty well.
Yeah.
Wish I could paint. I just go with the 3 colors and then I'm done.
Do you do like the full palette, like the way they're supposed to look, or do you just do your own thing like Mike does?
I do my own thing.
Oh, okay. I'm surprised that you're allowed to just do it however you want or whatever. Like you would think like a game that strict would just like, oh, well, you have to do it this way. Or no dice.
Yeah, you can make your own Space Marine chapters and paint them however color you want. Make up your own backstory and all kinds of shit.
Oh, really? I thought there was just like a whole thing set up for it, and that was it.
This is finely tuned plastic crack we're talking about. Over the years, Warhammer, they've always existed. What was that? I get feedback.
Yeah. Did you guys hear that?
That was weird.
Huh.
Aliens.
So, what exactly is Warhammer 40k? Where does it come from? Give me some backstory. What is that sound?
Oh.
What the fuck is going on? Anyway, where does it come from? What is it? Explain, please.
Well, it's a tabletop miniature game made in, I forget exactly when, 1980s, maybe?
Yeah. Originating from jolly old England.
Yep. That's why everything has like a Cockney accent if you play the games.
Yeah. True.
It used to be called Rogue Trader, and then as it evolved, it became Warhammer 40k and Warhammer Fantasy, I think. Forget exactly how it came about.
I think Fantasy came first.
Probably. And Warhammer Fantasy, which is pretty much why we're all here, is because if it wasn't for Warhammer Fantasy, Warcraft wouldn't exist. And ever since then, they've been loose on their copyright, so they give out their gaming's ability to anybody who wants it.
And
As long as you can pay.
Do you
Well,
know
Can't
it?
have
to
enough
be
money.
to be fair, they also like didn't want to get copyright, get on other people's copyright. So that's why like the orcs are orc with a K instead of a C.
Yeah. Yeah, because even though Warhammer started, fucking World of Warcraft and Warcraft and StarCraft, it also was a copy of Tolkien.
Yep.
Which is why they also do, miniatures for Lord of the Rings.
Yep.
Fucking Balrogs look fucking amazing.
Do you guys know anybody who actually does the Warhammer 40 or the Warhammer Fantasy thing instead of like the 40K?
Yeah. Well, it's really popular.
I don't know.
I've never heard of anybody playing. All I ever hear about is 40K.
Well,
So.
Vermintide is fantasy.
Oh, okay. Are most of those games fantasy?
There's a lot of them.
I think from a video game perspective, a majority of them are set in the fantasy universe.
Huh. Interesting.
There's a game called Mordheim, City of the Damned. It's fucking awesome. It's pretty much turn-based, kind of like the tabletop, essentially. It's really awesome. Give it a try.
Did you see that new
You like
Space Marine
tabletop
2?
games?
It looks beautiful.
Yeah, that looks fucking crazy. That one has me kinda interested. Boltgun kept me interested for a little while. I just got tired of it.
Yeah. No, I get you. And honestly, actually, Boltgun is directly tied with Space Marine 1.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you're basically cleaning up the mess from one of the villains from Space Marine 1.
Oh, I just thought it was its own thing.
I mean, it takes place a few hundred years after, but...
Awesome. Bear with me today, though, because I got really fucking drunk last night or well, I'm trying to fucking, like, recover. So I'm just, like, all over the place right now.
Did, Space Marine have Plague Bearers in it? From Nurgle's army? The, like, Nurgle demons?
No, if I remember correctly, I didn't get to play the first Space Marine, but Space Marine, you're dealing with a orc infestation.
I remember, and I'm pretty sure. I remember the orcs being there, but I remember demons coming out at some point.
Maybe.
Yeah, because that game's pretty hard too. It's more of your classic, modern shooter.
Yeah, I didn't know there was even a Space Marine 1. I just saw the trailer for 2 and I was like, oh damn. That shit looks fucking crazy.
You can get a badass statue if you pre-ordered it.
For how much is the pre-order?
I don't remember.
Surprised
It's a
they
pretty
just...
big statue of a Space Marine holding a Tyranid by the throat.
I'm surprised they don't give out, like, a single, like, model or whatever for the actual 40K game or something.
You can buy starter kits for $35, and you get 3 models and the paint and a brush.
But if you wanted the characters from Space Marine, there is a Space Marine, like, board game. I picked it up, and you actually get Titus, the Lieutenant Titus. So.
Who is Titus? Oh, wait. Isn't that one of his sons or something you said?
No, Titus is the main guy from Space Marine. The one who you play as.
Oh, Mike, I thought you told me he was one of the dude's sons or whatever.
No. I think they're in the same, like, legion. I think they're both Ultramarines.
Are you talking about the guy from Boltgun and Space Marine?
Yeah.
Yeah, Boltgun, I think his name is Malleus Kine, something like that.
I didn't even get a name. I just ran around shooting Nurglings all the time.
Yeah.
You have your fan on, Mike?
No.
Okay. There's just like this feedback kind of thing coming from you. I can take it out in editing or whatever. I was just trying to make sure. Because if it's the fan, it might not be as like hard, but I don't know. I've never had to get rid of the thing behind your voice. But
Just the fan I usually have on in my kitchen.
oh, okay. Yeah, I can get that out then. That'll be easy. But yeah, Boltgun's pretty fucking cool.
I was surprised at the amount of weapons you can get.
I only got like 4 of them. How many weapons can you get?
I think 8.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What all are
Any game where you can get a melta, fucking, I love it. You just like melta the shit out of fucking stuff. Like my Plague Marines, they have the option to have a melta gun, and it's like badass.
What the fuck? What are all the weapons then? Since I missed 4 of them apparently.
Well, there's classic bolt gun, there's shotgun,
Heavy bolter. Plasma pistol.
Is it a pistol or a plasma gun?
I think it's a plasma gun.
Vengeance or something. It's like a sticky grenade launcher.
That was one I didn't get, I don't think.
There's the melta and the Valk gun or something. Which like shoots a laser out.
Wild.
I never had that gun in most games, so it's always fun to have a new gun to the roster.
Yeah.
What's the fucking... Yeah, the bolt gun? I don't know, man. I have more fun with the bolt gun than anything.
Yeah, see,
I
watched you play it. Mitch is just fucking mowing shit down with it.
Well, I don't know, like, to me it feels like it's just the most accurate. So if you just headshot everything, it's fine.
Yeah.
And since I play a lot of first-person shooters, it's not, like, hard to do that. Especially that game. That game's, like, really forgiving with some of its shots. Like, you could straight, like,
very true.
Be half on his fucking face, and no matter what, it's gonna count. Or you'd be, like, right next to his face.
You're mostly gunning down cultists and shit, so
yeah.
They don't take too much. I always just gun them in the face.
I hate that ion cannon thing. The
ion cannon? The plasma gun?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm like really shitty with that gun. I don't know why. I just basically break it out whenever there's something like big as fuck. I'm like, alright, I'm gonna shoot this thing twice and then just with a fucking bolt gun. Just tap the trigger.
I use them on the Terminators.
I like the heavy bolter. It's my favorite.
Heavy bolter is fun. Shotgun's fun when you first get it, and then I forgot I had it. I don't know. I like those dudes that split into 2. If you shoot them with a bolt gun, they split in 2. If you shoot them with a shotgun, they don't split. That's what kept on happening to me. But I thought, like, did it still split for you, Mike? You said, I thought, when we were talking about the one. That's weird.
I don't know. I noticed that they wouldn't split sometimes, but I don't know if it was specifically because of the shotgun or if there's other weapons that did it. Yeah. Because I would have used that all the time because you get fucking mobbed by those blue horrors.
Yeah.
Dude, the fucking grenades in this game are kick-ass.
Yeah.
I feel like they heat seek almost.
Does this game have a flamer in it too?
No.
That's the one thing I wish it had.
Yeah. Yeah. You can taunt enemies, which is hilarious.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite parts of that game. Just fucking point at them and say something straight out of like a film.
Got your one-liners. Like your Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Essentially, yeah. This game is basically Terminator Doom style. It's so much fun. Did you ever see that movie? The movie Doom?
Which one?
I thought there was only one.
No, there's one with the rock, and there's one that's newer.
I saw the
There's
one
a
with the
newer
rock.
one that's really bad.
The one with the rock's really bad too.
Fair enough, but still.
Yeah, at least it's got the rock, and he's acting crazy.
It holds
He turns
comedic
into
value.
a demon. Yeah, demon rock, like you've never seen before.
You guys ever play Terminator Genesis?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with that game. You fucking tear signs out of the ground and just spear people with them.
Nice.
Just like a fucking stop sign, you just rip it out of the ground and just...
Do you play as a Terminator?
Yeah. I think so. Isn't that what it was, Dave? I haven't played it in a long
think so, yeah.
time. Yeah, that shit was fun.
Yeah, shit like that makes me think of like Saints Row, where you could just like rip fire hydrants off of the ground, beat people with them.
Right. Like, I don't know how much goes into actual, like, game development, but, like, I always wondered why they didn't make, like, action games where you could just, like, pick up anything and beat somebody to death with it.
Yeah.
Like, you pick up
So
a
you'd
fucking...
have to program like all of that into it.
Right. Like, that's what I wondered, like, how hard it is. Like, something fucking explodes, you'd fucking take a piece of rubble and just fucking deck somebody over the head with it or something. Or pick up a rock or, like, a shard of glass or something and go after somebody. Like, just make it as realistic as possible. Like, you can pick up anything and use it. That'd be
I'm
fun.
sure we'll get there one day.
I'm waiting. I've been waiting since I was, like, a kid. Like, why can't I pick up, like, a piece of this shrapnel and just cut somebody's throat with it? That'd be cool.
They'll probably have AI do all the grunt work with coding. Cause fuck doing like all that manually.
Right.
I looked at coding once. It's like, fuck that.
Yeah,
Took me long enough to learn how to read English.
yeah, Joseph does coding. He, like, there's just, like, so much to it. It's wild. But, like, I'm sure it's completely different coding than video game coding. It's probably even worse for the video game shit.
There's
Yeah.
tutorials for video game coding. It's not too bad.
Yeah. Like, I look at a Plague's Tale, and I'm like, alright, so there's like a shitload of enemies on the screen, and you have to sneak your way through all of them, and you can kill them or you can't kill them, and they walk in a certain way, or you can do this to distract them, or whatever, and I'm just like, there's just so much going on in this. Like, how long did it take to program all of this shit? Just
That's
like,
why modern games have like credits that are an hour long.
yeah, it's just like, this one part of the game, how long did this take?
A long time. I mean, there's a reason why most games take a minimum 5 years to develop, if not more.
Yeah, but like, remember back in like GameCube games, they would just pump shit out.
That is true.
Like, for GameCube, they have a series of 3 games that only came out on GameCube, and it's like, because have you guys ever heard of Ty the Tasmanian Tiger?
Yeah.
They just got remakes for the Switch, but like 1, 2, and 3 all came out on the Cube. It's like, holy shit. See, the studio just worked on Ty games, probably.
Yeah.
It's like,
Did you play any of the Doom games? The original Doom games?
I played the original Doom game on a computer, but whenever I was like, I don't know, 5 or 6. But I only knew about it because my uncle played computer games. Like, he used to play Elder Scrolls 2. That fucking huge ass game. That's like empty.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Oh, Daggerfall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He used to play Daggerfall and like DX Ball and Doom.
And they have those on Steam or Game Pass. They have the... Oh shit. Am I still here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
you're here.
I minimized and I thought I fell off. But they have the original Fallout and the original Elder Scrolls, Arena, and all of them.
That's wild. He used to play this like hunting game too, but it wasn't really a hunting game. It was, I don't know. I think he went out like to find bounties in the woods, but it was like medieval times. It was like, it was fucking crazy. But like, I remember seeing that shit and I was like, damn. I need to get a computer. And like my mom, we had a computer, but I didn't know if it would like I needed to get the game for it, and I didn't know how to do all that shit.
Yeah.
So like
that original computer shit, I remember playing like Ski Free, Solitaire, Conway's Game of Life, like all these random weird games.
I played the shit out of Amazon Trail. I never played Oregon Trail, but Amazon Trail is fucking fun. You just like
dive dysentery and shit too.
You just like venture through the Amazon and do shit, and I don't understand like what did what. I just kept on going through the same shit over and over again, and then I would randomly get somewhere new. And it was just like a long ass process that I wasn't understanding at all. So
did you like go around on a boat and shit?
Yeah.
I think I played that game.
You might be the only one that I like that I know that has ever played that game. I always bring up Amazon Trail and everybody's like, "Nah, we played Oregon Trail. What the fuck's Amazon Trail?"
I remember Amazon Trail. I don't think I ever played it, but I remember it when it came out. I remember seeing it.
It was fun. You spearfish. Yeah. But like whenever you fish, you like see the shadows of the fish in the water, like under there.
Yeah.
And I ran out of spears one time, and then all of a sudden the screen like cleared, like all the water cleared, and this like massive fucking monster thing, like fish, just went up underneath my boat, and I'm like, no, where's my I don't have any spears left. What is this? And then like I never saw that happen again. I still like think about that randomly sometimes. I'm like, man, I wonder what the fuck that was. I should probably download Amazon Trail and play it again.
Yeah.
I downloaded Tiberian Sun. It's fucking free. Like, did you ever
Tiberian
play
Sun.
the Command and Conquer Tiberian Sun?
Oh.
I feel like
I never played it.
Yeah, I feel like I was the only one that ever played that one because everybody else played Red Alert and what was the other one? There was like multiple ones on the computer back then. But yeah. So what's the story on Boltgun? What's the story? I like hardly remember this game.
You want to tell it, Dave, or should I?
You can go for it.
Okay. The story of the game, which I don't really remember much of either, but is it you are sent for a demon incursion, or is it just cultist activity?
It's primarily cultist activity because the planet is a Mechanicus Forge world.
Ah, okay. So there's like not much there, civilian-wise, all workers essentially. Yeah. And then you're dropped. Adeptus Mechanicus asks you to drop down in there. You drop down in the drop pod, and everybody dies except for you. And it's the Imperium, so they can't send reinforcements for, like, at least another 50 to 100 years.
What? Why?
The Imperium is the entire Milky Way galaxy.
And they can't send somebody?
Well, there's, like, orders of importance.
Ah.
And everything.
And you have to remember the tagline of this entire franchise. In the grim darkness of the 41st millennium, there is only war. So when you're having a war on multiple fronts, it's kind of hard to, move stuff around quickly.
I would remember that if I knew something about Warhammer.
I think that's how every Warhammer game starts out. It's in the grim dark future of the 41st millennium, there is only war.
Yeah, that's what I was explaining. It's just like, whenever I see this game, like, not this game in general, but like, just 40K, I'm just like, man, this is depressing.
Yeah.
Like,
because it's constant war, it's gothic, so it has this very straight angles everywhere. It's a very religious game, too. All the Space Marines are pretty much eunuchs for the Emperor, which after his death, he was like super anti-religion. And, he stomped out religion all over the galaxy. And after he passed away, essentially passed away, he's still a corpse on a throne. But, there's like What is it? Fuck, I lost my train of thought.
You were just talking. Just like,
I
oh,
know.
brain died.
My pets are fighting and getting all over me.
Dave, you explain it. You don't have any pets on you.
Okay, yeah. So basically, humanity had always been kind of still believing in the Emperor as a sort of quasi-religious figure, but especially after he sacrificed himself for the Imperium and is still alive and dead at the same time. He's a corpse on the Golden Throne now, being kept alive with the souls of 10,000 psychers a day. So he's basically the god of the Imperium. And the only people who actually truly believe in him as a god are humans. The Space Marines do not. They're all still mostly atheists, except for like the obviously the traitor legions, especially what's his name? The one guy who specifically like was the first one to believe like the Emperor was a god while he was still alive, and then as punishment, he had his entire home planet destroyed for it.
Was it Lotor?
No, I don't think that was his name.
He's
one of the Primarchs.
He's the Primarch of the, shit, what are they called? Guys who went crazy and write scripture all over their bodies.
Yeah. Wasn't the Word Bearers, was it?
Yeah, it was. I think
okay.
So. Yeah.
But, like, aren't the Space Marines serve him, right? So, like, aren't they supposed to believe in him as a god?
No. I mean, they are considered by humanity to be his angels, but they are just transhumans that are basically, genetically modified and built into super soldiers. And some of the newer ones might be a little bit more religiously inclined, but especially if you're a Space Marine who's one of the people from before the Horus Heresy, like that it's all just science and stuff. The Tech Priests and the Tech Marines, they are religious, but they're religious in a different sort of way, because to become a Tech Priest, you have to spend like 40 years in the Mechanicum on Mars learning about the cult Mechanicus and basically adhering to the religion of the Machine God.
The Omnissiah.
And what do the cultists believe in?
Oh, the cultists that you fight in the game, they're Chaos cultists, so they follow the Ruinous powers.
Burn the heretic, is what you say.
I do not know what the dark powers are. Like, I'm just asking these questions for the listeners and myself, honestly. I don't fucking know any of this shit.
They're the 4 gods of chaos. Nurgle, Shalash, Tzeentch, and Khorne.
Khorne with a K or with a C?
With a K and an H.
Khorne with a K. Lead singer is Jonathan Davis.
Nice. He has dreadlocks and goes,
Be weird to see him just start scatting at you.
that would be.
It's like you stand before Almighty Khorne on his fucking pile of skulls and his giant iron throne, and just like, Khorne, what do you want of me? He's like, boom, bata eat that, boom, bata eat that.
Alright, let's run.
Khorne's always been an opposing figure. He's like this giant with a giant sword, and he just sits on all this death. He's the god of murder, essentially. And, they have
murder,
like good
war,
aspects.
bloodshed, honor.
Yeah, honor and self-perfection. They have some good aspects, but most of them they're mostly just evil. They're like, they're primordial, they're like the things that just exist in reality without us having to do anything, really.
Yeah, but the reason why they are as evil as they are, and evil is a very kind of ostensibly loaded word to give them.
In this game, isn't everything evil in some way, shape,
kind
or
of.
form?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, but basically, you have to remember that, like, before 60 million years ago, there was this big thing called the War in Heaven, which was basically a giant galaxy-spanning war with so much death and destruction that, you know, the Immaterium, which birthed all of the Chaos Gods, was originally, like, just the afterlife. It was a place of peace. Souls went there when they died, reconstituted, and then were reborn into something else. But because of the War in Heaven and all of this, the despair and bloodshed and nonsense, it gave birth to 3 primordial gods out of all of the different, like, psychic energies of the people, like their suffering and things like that, and their desire.
Nice. It's a lot to take in again.
Which is...
Corn is... Ooh, sorry, go ahead.
Corn is... No, you're good. Corn is war. Tzeentch is change and magic. Nurgle is life, death, rebirth, rot, that sort of stuff. And so, like, those are, like, the main 3 primordial gods. And then after the War in Heaven ended, the main, basically, you know, Cliff Notes version, the ruling faction in the galaxy was the Aldari, which are basically space elves. And so for 60 million years, they had nothing to do but, you know, become ridiculously hedonistic. So out of their debauchery and hedonism, they gave birth accidentally to the 4th chaos god, Slaanesh, which is the chaos god of lust, love, sex, all that sort of stuff, debauchery. And in its birth screams, it basically wiped out almost like 90% of the Aldari Empire.
Can you name...
Now, anytime an Eldari dies, they go directly to Slaanesh, and he or she eats their soul.
Yep.
Can you name all the factions and the gods under them? This is going to be the last time about Backlore that I'm going to ask.
There's like 20, 30 factions.
Really?
Yeah, there's like 12
if you
different chapters.
Well, the main one, like,
aliens.
for the game. If I'm going to play Warhammer, the fucking 40k game, the factions for the armies I can buy and who their god is. Like, that kind of thing is what I'm asking.
Like, based off of just Boltgun?
No, off of the 40k universe.
Alright, well, let's start from the outside and go in, I guess.
So
you have the newest kids on the block. You got the Tau Empire, which are basically space fish communist guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then you got the Leagues of Votan, which are space dwarves, and they're technically, I guess, human, or abhuman of some sort, but they're so far reach from outside of the Imperium, and they're, like, if they were originally human at one point, they were lost during the Dark Age of technology, you know, so they're kind of, they've become their own thing over time. They're not really connected to the Imperium of Man. But then I guess, also...
You just cut out really hard?
Got the,
there you go.
the Necron, which are basically immortal, undead, robot, skeleton pharaohs?
Yeah. That's how I'd describe it.
Yeah. And then you got the Tyranids, which are basically like xenomorphs, but way hungrier and more frightening.
Gnarly.
And then you got the Orcs, which are, they're fun boys. That's just what they are. They're just fun boys. They're good boys. Good fun boys.
My favorite thing about the Orcs is that they just have to believe something works for it to work.
Well, they have a psychic field that whenever enough of them are in one place, anything they believe to be true can become true. So, like, you know, they can breathe in space if they really believe it. You know, they can make trash into spaceships if they wanted. They could be, if they were smart enough, they could be ostensibly immortal. But luckily enough for everybody else, they're not that bright, so.
That's fucking weird. That's a weird power to have.
Yeah.
They're basically
But
fungus too.
They're just what? Child? Like, is that what they are? They're just children? I can do anything I believe
No,
in.
Yeah, red things go fast too.
What?
Yeah, they believe red. They believe if something is painted red, red means fast. So red, if you paint something red, it goes faster than it normally would.
So they would all die at a stop sign.
I don't know. They would not even know what a stop sign is. They can't read.
Okay. Go on.
I guess then, going inward more, we're gonna hit the Eye of Terror. So then we gotta hit the Chaos. Oh, I know. I totally forgot about there's the Eldari still.
And
they're
Drukhari,
broken up.
which are the evil ones.
Yeah, so the Eldari is broken into sub factions because you have you have the Eldari that are in the webway just trying to chill out and not deal with anything. You have Eldari that are on their forge ships or whatever they're called that are just traveling around, minding their business for the most part, or at least trying to. Then you have the Craft Worlds, yes. Then you have the Dark Eldar, the Drukhari, which are running around trying to kidnap people and turn them into weird, awful, sex slaves. And it's really bad. They're not good. You have the Harlequins, which is also not really good, and the Cabal.
Curious, are the Cabal giant things? Like fat giant things?
No, the Cabal are just they're like Eldari Illuminati.
Oh, okay. Yeah, anytime I ever see anything in a game or in a story, something is called Cabal, it's always something big and massive and like whatever kind of creature or person it is, it's just fucking huge and all it wants to do is kill shit.
No. As far as I understand, the Cabal in Warhammer are just basically the Eldari version of the Illuminati.
I think a cabal is just like a covenant. It's just a group of things or something.
Yeah, like an organization.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Alright, so now we can get to the Chaos Gods and their factions. So you have, as far as the traitor legions from the Imperium that are in the Eye of Terror, they kind of are broken up into different sub-factions, but they try to ostensibly call themselves Chaos Undivided, which means basically they fight for all the Chaos Gods while also getting boons from all of them, or sometimes only one of them, depending on who they are. And so you have the Black Legion, which is basically the descendants of the children of Horus, and they're led by Abaddon the Despoiler, and he runs his Black Crusades every so often to try and invade the greater galaxy from the Eye of Terror, which is basically a rip in the Immaterium into real space. So basically the realm of the gods and the afterlife into the physical world.
Yeah,
so when they're not...
Whenever Slaanesh was first born, it was so traumatic it ripped a hole in the galaxy.
Yeah. And so the legions that you have following... Like Slaanesh, you have the Emperor's Children, who are, it's obviously a ironic name because they don't follow the Emperor anymore. They follow Slaanesh with their Demon Primarch Fulgrim. Let's see. You have Khorne and his Bloodthirsters. Nurgle and the Death Guard. Tzeentch and the Thousand Sons. And then you have some traitor legions that are not necessarily affiliated with anybody per se, but kind of work in between, like the Iron Warriors.
Iron Warriors are cool.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Yeah, you also have the World Eaters that follow Khorne.
Yeah, the World Eaters, true. And the Word Bearers.
They're more Chaos Undivided, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and the Imperium is what, the fucking Space Marines and the... What is all that group called again?
The Imperium of Man. There's the Adeptus Sororities, which are like combat nuns.
Yeah.
the Adeptus Custodes who protect the Emperor, and they have big gold armor and faces all over their like joints and shit. They're pretty cool looking. That's what Henry Cavill runs.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Adeptus Mechanicus, which are like they worship the machine spirit. They augment themselves with mechanical parts because they believe the flesh to be weak.
Well, I mean, versus machine, I guess, wouldn't it
Yeah.
be?
There's the Adeptus Militarum, which is like the general rank and file.
Huh. What? And now there's what are they called? The cultists and the isn't it the black and gold dudes? Those are fucking like bad space marines or like what?
Yeah.
They're Chaos Space.
They're Chaos Space Marines.
And those are just what? Just traitors to the
Chaos
Empire?
Undivided. Yeah.
And why did they turn? Exactly.
Well, they turned because of Horus, which is the favorite son of the Emperor. He got corrupted by the Chaos Gods and turned to evil.
He's the one that
Well, turned against man, at least.
is he the one that the Emperor killed? Or the king or whatever?
Yeah. His Emperor killed him and fucking obliterated his soul. He killed him so hard.
Yeah.
Nothing coming back from this. But he also wounded him so bad that's why he's like in this state of like death but not death.
Yeah.
Alright. So we got the whole rundown on the 40k backstory, maybe. Summed
A
up.
lot of it.
Wait, there's more?
Well, there's a few more factions. There's the Inquisitors, the Assassinorum, which is the Assassinorum's not really like a team per se. There's like 4 models in it, and the Inquisitors are about the same. They're more in the lore than they are in the game itself.
Sick. Do you just fight all these bad factions in Boltgun? Like I fought
Fight everything
shit
that opposes you.
Oh, you just kill everything. All right.
Yeah.
Which is basically everything then. Yeah. Okay.
Heretics and aliens and Xenos are scum, and they must be purged from the galaxy.
Nice.
Yeah. It's a very hands-on way of dealing with everything. You just kill everything.
Yeah. It's very much, it's the NRA ethos, kill them all, let God sort them out.
Isn't the whole story of this game, or at least the objective, is to what? Cleanse the city and take it all back from like control of this demon incursion thing?
You're trying to find an item, it's like a power generator, power source.
For what? Like why?
It's a warp-based power source. It opens warp rifts.
And what is that going to do for you in the story? Like,
allows you to travel through the immaterium easier. That's how you travel the galaxy, quote unquote, quickly.
well, are you just like trying to get off the fucking planet or out of the city? What, like, is that why you need to find it?
So the Adeptus Mechanicus is trying to get this item back because basically it was intercepted by the main villain that you fight in it, the Chaos Sorcerer Nemeroth.
Oh, okay. And we're just after it, and that's the basic of the game, like the basis of the game.
Yeah.
All right. I didn't get I got through 1/3 of the game, so
First chapter.
yeah, because I started playing Paper Mario: Thousand Year Door, and I was like, I need to finish this because it's driving me insane. I enjoyed it. I'll probably go back to it eventually, like slowly just beat it and chip away at it. I just have to be in the mood for shooting games anymore.
No, I got you.
Yeah.
See, I was disappointed in the amount of enemies, because there's so many enemies you could pull from.
Yeah, I just felt like I was fighting the same thing over and over and over again. That was that's what me and Brandon were talking about. It's like the repetitiveness.
Yeah.
And
because you fight cultists, chaos marines, toads, screamers.
Chaos demons.
What are they?
It's basically just cultists, marines, and demons. That's it.
Yeah. But you don't even get the full, froth of demons, because you don't get
Yeah.
to fight plague bearers, which kind of pisses me off. And there's no corn demons, which I was hoping there would be, because corn demons are so cool looking. I wanted to see them in all their pixel glory.
Yeah.
And then any game you put Slanesh demons in is immediately an M-rated game.
Yeah.
Because they're all nude.
Right. So, little information on the game. It's a new game. It came out in, what the fuck? What year did that come? Or, yeah, what day? May 23rd, 2023. But it's done in the style of, like, old school Doom. So everything's done in just hi-fi pixel graphics. It's fucking sweet.
The genre is called boomer shooter.
Yeah, boomer shooter. And, yeah, it's just really fun. You're just running around shooting shit. And just finding keys and opening doors, and that's what you do. You get grenades. You can fucking run fast as shit and chainsaw shit. Chainsaw is so much fun to use because you can do combos essentially, like chain somebody down and then jump and shoot directly over to them, and it's like in slow motion.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought. It was like Halo, where you can like jump in the air, and if you get the reticle on them, you can just zoom down and smash them.
Yeah, like the energy sword, and you can just you're a one-man army. That's this game, and it's just super fun. But like my main problem with the game, and this is why I stopped playing it and just decided to play something else, was just like I got so tired of trying to find doors.
Yeah, see, they dropped that mechanic after a while, which I really enjoyed.
What do you mean, dropped the mechanic?
Like, at the later levels, you don't have to find keys anymore.
Oh, sick. I just gotta plow my way through that dumb shit then. Well, what was that one level that I was on that you saw me play last? It's like just a giant square, and it goes up 3 levels, and you go to different rooms, and then you come back to that square and unlock something, and go through that door, and then go through a million rooms, and you just fucking keep doing it. I think it was like level 7 or something like that.
Oh, is that the one with like the weird space doors?
I just thought it was. You go like down in this pipe system at one point, and you can turn these TVs on and off. Like it serves no purpose, but you can like turn them on and off and like change them and shit. If you remember where that was.
The thing with the giant burrowing bugs. I forget what they're called.
Oh.
Arm something. I always call them armpits, because I just read the beginning of a word and then say fuck it.
Yeah, and like, the other thing was like the purges, or whatever. They started happening way too frequently. It's like you go through a room, purge time. And then you get out of there, 2 rooms later, purge time.
I had fun with purges.
Just swarms of enemies. Well, that's what I just ended up doing. I just kept on just shoving myself in a corner where I found like health kits that I could use if I got hurt, and I just wait for all of them to pour in on me. And just there's just fucking piles of bodies, just chunks everywhere.
That's what I love about this game. It's so gory.
Yeah, it's definitely fun.
Everything explodes.
Yeah.
Because, a Boltgun isn't technically like a machine gun. It shoots these grenades, essentially, that explode whenever they penetrate. They're specially designed weapons to help fight Xenos in, chaos. So whenever you shoot, like, fucking cultists and shit, they just explode.
I just feel like this game, like when they made this game, they just took a lot from the very first Halo. Like there's just so many similarities. Like that, like you just said, the bullets fucking explode when they hit shit.
Yeah.
Well, only in the first Halo did your Magnum have exploding rounds, and if you can read that in the manual for the game. And I was like, that's weird. So I went and I just like shot the ground or whatever just to see it. The bullet will hit, and then you'll see a pop. It's like they even included that in it. It's like, okay. And like that chainsaw shit with the reticle, that's like straight up energy sword shit. And like the fact that you're just like a one-man army taking down everything. which is like that's a lot of shooters. But like,
Yeah.
you're a big, like fucking dude in armor, just like I don't know.
You're just a big, good, beefy boy.
Yeah. Yeah, the
I
running.
like how you can use boost your speed to run people over.
Yeah, you're just like walking tank. It's fucking sick.
Yeah.
Did you guys have any actual trouble with the game?
No, I mean it's a pretty simple game.
They got harder difficulties. It's hard. I'm not very good at shooters though. I tend to tank shots a lot, so higher difficulties killed me pretty fast.
Yeah, I just did the same thing I do in all shooters game constantly, and yeah, in all shooting games is just constantly keep moving and shoot while doing it. I mean,
Yeah.
there is no fucking running out of ammo in this game because there's just so fucking much everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing. Health is not hard to find, but like you can definitely run out of places to find it though.
It's scarcer than ammo is definitely.
Yeah. I mean, at least it's not like Halo 4 where there's like no ammo in the fucking game. Seriously. Like that whole game, or no, Halo 5 did that. Yeah, they were like, if you were playing that game on Legendary, if you missed a couple shots, you're boned. Unless you can just run up and melee something, which in Legendary you just can't do that. Like they did it on all modes, but whenever it came to Legendary, it was like, oh cool, I'm just gonna die if I miss. Like, like there's no ammo to pick up. Yeah, because
I was about to say Halo 4. Your enemies were like walking guns.
yeah, I tried to play. I think it was 4 on Legendary, and I was stuck at this part where I fought for probably like a half hour trying to survive in that thing, and then eventually when I got to the last dude, or no, there was like two dudes left, no ammo at all. I went back to the beginning. I had already picked up all the ammo for that whole level there, and I was like, well, I can't win then. They're 2 silver fucking, I think they were 2 silver elites, and I was like, well, there's no fucking way. I have to hit each one like fucking 5 times. And the other one's just gonna fucking come up behind me and kill me. But yeah, so
it's a more spray the room kind of thing.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, it has a good balance of health and ammo, so you don't have to deal with dumb shit like that. What'd you guys think of the music?
Oh, it was pretty good. I would have liked a little bit more, like, metal-inspired music throughout it, other than just, like, the high gothic music.
I feel that.
More gent.
I definitely felt like they could have added, like you said, just metal. Just some hard rock, some something to just fucking jam to while you're killing everything.
Yeah, see, the problem is whenever you have a game that, like, reminds people of Doom, Doom has, like, super good music. So you have to, you're competing against the cream of the crop.
Right. Did you ever play Doom VFR, Dave?
No.
It was for the PlayStation VR. That had some of the best game music. Oh, really? I wondered or not. I don't really know that many people that do have PlayStation VR. It's always either Oculus or bust. So, but yeah, that fucking music in that game is intense as shit. It makes every fight just like amazing. Because I put it on hard mode, and since you teleport, and that's like the way you walk essentially, because like you're just a floating cradle. Like you're just like your body is. You have like half a body on a chassis, and like that chassis just teleports you. So you're just like teleporting constantly all around a room, and it's just like you're just fighting like a fucking army, just being chased down.
The song that plays when you get the BFG is like my favorite song. I listen to that while I get drunk and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to that wedding last night and they had an open bar and it was at a winery. Dude, that place is fucking sweet. I don't know why that wedding was so fun. It's like, and they made like really good drinks.
Because they have an open bar. What else do you need?
Well, there's usually an open bar when you go to weddings, but like this one was cool because like they had multiple bartenders instead of just one. Like I'm used to going to. Like there's always just one in this like shitty little stand, but this was like an actual bar. So like I drank like a shit ton of these Kentucky Mules. So fucking good, man. They knew exactly how to make them. I was like, this isn't just some like trash shit you hired. Yeah. Some people like hire like for their open bar, they'll hire like certain companies, and they just look like they hate their life. They have like 3 liquors to choose from and 2 beers, and it's like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Like the vast majority of bars I go to, it's like, why don't you get a mixed drink?
Yeah, dude.
Feedback. But they never have like the shit I want, and they're always like, well, will this work and whatnot.
Yeah, I told him,
like if you get martini that's like, can I use vodka? It's like it's supposed to have gin in it, but whatever.
Yeah, what is it? I told her eventually at the end, I was like, hey, just like surprise me this time. And she made like pineapple upside down cake. And like, that shit was so fucking delicious. I just couldn't stop drinking them. So fucking good. But I was fucked up last night. It was crazy. Like, I haven't gotten that drunk in a long time. Yeah.
Dancing.
No. Well,
Why
okay.
you dance, Mitch? What the fuck?
So, the bride does this TikTok thing. She, that's her job. Like, they do a dance exercise thing, and they're like viral, and like she goes to like Arnold Fest.
Oh, okay.
I think Rhett's wife.
Yeah, you told me about it. Yeah.
Yeah, she goes to like Arnold Fest, like he invites her there and all that shit and blah 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 blah. And like, so a bunch of different parts of their wedding was like choreographed dance. And it's like they had like random parts planned out that they would just throw themselves into. So that was pretty funny. But
sounds like a musical. It sounds terrible.
It was weird. Like it was cool, but it was just strange how it just randomly would happen. But then so like whenever the bridesmaids and stuff like made their entrance into the thing or whatever, they did like this choreographed dance down the fucking lane to it. So that was strange. And then whenever it was the guys' turn, they had those fucking money spraying guns, and they sprayed fucking money everywhere. I was like, what the fuck? And like somebody tried to go for it, and like the staff was like, don't touch it. It's just like sweeping up like a shitload of $5 bills. They loaded them with fives. I was like, that's random shit. But they was fucking just spraying everywhere. I was like, what the fuck? But I don't know, that wedding was just really fun. It was cool. Everybody was cool. Don't know everybody, but everybody talks to you. That kind of deal.
Got sprayed with $5 bills.
The people on the inside of that lane did. I was seated like 2 rows over from the middle lane. But the food was fucking awesome. The spread of hors d'oeuvres was fucking awesome. It was cool. Fucking those big soft pretzel sticks. They had those with like fucking beer cheese dip. So fucking awesome.
Beer cheese dip?
Yeah, have you ever had beer cheese?
Yeah, that sounds great.
No, what is that?
It's just
It's delicious is what it is.
Yeah, it's somehow made out of like beer and cheese. You don't taste the beer. Like, have you ever had like beer batter? Like anything beer battered? It's like that, but with cheese. Like, it's made with beer and whatever the fuck else. I don't know how they do it, but it's fucking awesome. I don't know.
I never even heard of that.
Oh yeah.
What do you eat it with? You just eat it alone?
You dip think of like,
dip.
Yeah, think of a pretzel, but just a long fat, like stick of it, and you just dip that in your beer cheese.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
What is that feedback? That's so weird. It's never done that before. I wonder if it's your controller's microphone.
I don't think it's me doing it.
No idea. So, what would you rate this game on a scale from 1 to 10, boys?
I'd give it a strong 7.
Strong 7? Alright. Mike?
7.
Give it a strong 7 as well. It's
Just
a good ass
normal
game.
7.
Yeah, it's fun.
If it had more enemies, I'd be happier. They have,
Yeah.
was it foetid bloat drones, which I didn't expect to find there. They fly around and spray plague at you, and then whenever they get shot, they spin around and crash.
I hate toads,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
I hate them. Toads are the most annoying thing for me in this game. That's because they don't fucking die.
Yeah, the plague toads, the big ones, those ones fuck me up all the time. They
Yeah.
shoot their tongue out at you and shit.
All the time during plagues, I would turn a corner, like just running through the area, killing shit. Every time. They would never just be in front of me. It's always when I turned a corner, he's like right in my face. He's like, death, death, death. Just fucking starts hitting me with his tongue. I'm just like, stop it. But yeah, I had a lot of fun. Next game is Baldur's Gate 3. So that would be super fun to do. Dave, you play Baldur's Gate?
Not yet, I need to.
Oh, you haven't played it yet?
Nope.
Oh man, you're missing it out. You're missing out so much.
I haven't had time to play many games at all in general since I started my job.
Where'd you get a job at? I didn't know you started yet.
I've been several, I'm past my 90 days at this point. I've been in almost 4 months now at CarMax.
CarMax? What is CarMax?
We're, retail used sales.
Oh, are you a salesman?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. How many cars you sell?
Normally about 2 or 3 a day. Easy.
You get commission?
No.
Oh, bro, you'd be swimming in it if you're doing that.
Well, yeah, but you also need to take into account, like, it's feast or famine if you're commission only.
Yeah, that is true. Well, I thought those people also got an hourly wage.
Most traditional salesmen don't, no.
Oh, I did not know that. I always thought you got like a lower wage, like $9-10 an hour, and then got your commission.
No.
Wow. So it's like serving, but with selling cars.
Yeah, we're basically, it's kind of like, it's like a retail store, but, cause like, CarMax came out of, the failure.
No, not you. I'm talking about commission people.
Oh, yeah. But for us, like, we get our base pay, and then we get a weekly bonus.
Sick. Okay. That'd be sweet. I thought about applying to be like a car salesman back in the day, just cause. Like, I thought it'd be fun to do. But if it's like that.
If you worked at CarMax, it's fun, I think. But like, regular traditional sales, not so much.
Oh. Well, damn that. But yeah, you should play.
I love working at CarMax. It's a lot of fun.
As long as you like it. Like, fuck it. That's like the best time. Whenever you have a good time at your job, you're not like really working. So.
I've actually just recently got one of my younger coworkers into 40K. He's started the Tyranid army.
That's crazy. The people at my job are like, a bunch of them are into D&D and Magic, strangely enough.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So like two people that I work with, I play Baldur's Gate with, and like, yeah, it's really fun. Like I made this build just as a joke, just to see if it would like, if there's anything special about it, and I guess it's like a broken god build apparently. Instead of attacking shit, you just throw items at people.
Oh, is that the in Baldur's Gate?
Yeah, so like, I'm a barbarian, and once you get up to like level 3 or 4, you can make 2 moves. And then, well, you can get berserk and then go berserk and use 2 moves or whatever, but you can still use 2 moves in a different way. But you can do a subclass, so after this, like I just did my subclass to rogue, and once I run in proficiency with it, on the next level, I'll have 2 more moves, so then I'll have 4 moves. And I have this returning, like, pike. It's called, like, returning pike or something like that. If you throw it, it does shitload of damage, and it also returns to you. So you can just move all over the place, gain advantage from being high ground, and just fucking spear people.
Nice.
Like we ran into a beholder like 2 levels ago, and I killed it in 4 throws. Thing had like almost 200 HP. I was like, holy fuck. And like my buddy ran around and killed everything that would kill us, like while I'm trying to kill that thing. Very, very strategic game. It's fun.
Okay, before we go, what miniatures do you have, Dave? What army you run?
Miniatures journey with Legion, Star Wars Legion. So I have a whole bunch of Legion miniatures. Got a whole bunch of D&D minis. I started getting some of the Dark Souls miniatures.
There's Dark Souls miniatures?
Yeah, the Dark Souls board game. It's really freaking cool. I got the Artorias of the Abyss pack. So I have Artorias and Sith and a bunch of the, characters and stuff like that. It's pretty nice.
How much is it for that board game?
It's pretty expensive. It's like an 80. The base game's $89 or like $80 or $90, and then the expansions range from like $30 to $60.
Oh, who do you play with?
You can play with anybody. I mostly just get them for the miniatures.
Oh, okay. Alright, continue on. Sorry about that.
And then I have, I started my journey into Warhammer back in the day with Age of Sigmar, which is part of the new fantasy stuff. So I have a Seraphon army, which are the lizard men. I have some of the Skellies, because skeletons are fun. And the Night Haunts, which are like ghosts. And then for 40k,
really cool.
They are cool. And then for 40k, I have, I started off 40k with the Leviathan box for 10th edition. And I've gotten some Sisters of Battle, some Tau, and a few Orc figures, and I just picked up Astra Militarum last week.
Nice. Then I have 9,000 points of Death Guard. I got 1,000 points of Nurgle Demons. I got some Eldari, Necron, Space Marines, Tau, and Adeptus Mechanicus. I've been having lots of fun. And I got the Leviathan box as well, so I also have some Tyranids.
Yeah.
What was that big one that you just bought, Mike?
The Leviathan box.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just spending it all on that one fucking thing.
Well, I kind of just went balls to the wall into Warhammer and 40k, so I wouldn't advise doing what I did. I'd probably say stick with one army and then go from there.
Yeah.
Right. I've done that too many times with retro games. So now I'm just like, got all of my cards paid off, so I'm just going to have one specific card used for this, and I'm only going to make a certain amount of a purchase, and then pay it off before I go buy another one, because I'm just like, so tired of drowning in debt from old games.
Yeah, I feel you there. I recently just did a debt consolidation thing, so it'll take me about 5 years to pay off all my credit cards, but I started that journey.
Yeah, I just got really lucky in some cases where I recently acquired like a decent sum of money all at once, so I was just like, alright, goodbye debt. just do the responsible thing, Mitchell. Don't buy more games. Just do this. And then you can buy more games. but do it right. It's like, Jesus. But, alright, next time, Baldur's Gate 3. Another newer game. So, let's have fun with that.
Yeah.
Alright, Dave, you should play with us. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
I still have to start, so there's still space.
Yeah.
I'll have to pick it up for my PS5.
Oh, you got it on 5?
Yeah. Or I have a 5. I don't have a PC.
How are you? Wait, what? How are you talking to us?
My phone.
Oh, wait. So every time on Discord, you're on your phone?
Yeah.
I thought you had a PC.
No.
Even in our Genesis games, you're on your phone?
Yeah.
I've done
I
that
didn't know
before.
you could do that.
Yeah. Wait a minute. One time in our Discord, you had your camera on. Was that just your phone then?
No. Oh, that was I have a Chromebook,
Oh, okay.
but that's not like a gaming thing. Like you can't do shit on a Chromebook.
Yeah, well, I didn't think so. I wonder if Baldur's Gate's cross-platform then, because we have it on PC.
I don't know.
I hope so. But, alright, till next time. Later, guys.
Sayonara.